Hello everyone, my name is Aygirim, I am from Nazarbayev University and today I am speaking about happy hormones. Do you know that feelings we experience are nothing more than chemical reactions taking place inside our bodies? Hundreds of hormones are being released inside our bodies now that affect our feelings and emotions. Last semester at university I took biology and anatomy class and I gained some really interesting knowledge. I think that it's my duty to share this knowledge with you. Today my speech will consist of two parts. In the first part of my speech I will speak about two hormones of happiness. One of them is called endorphin and another one is called oxytocin. I will speak how these hormones affect us and when they are released. And in the second part of my speech I will speak about the release process. So let me start. Endorphin is also called endogenous morphine and it regulates mood, fights pain and eliminates stress. Oxytocin, which is also called a moral molecule, controls emotions, develops feeling of trust, empathy, happiness, regulates feelings of fear, anxiety and stress. According to the studies conducted at the University of Maryland, oxytocin encourages monogamous behavior in generally polygamous creatures such as prairie voles. Later, a new study from the University of California found out that oxytocin has a similar effect on humans, making them better at forming a relationship with one partner. Now I'd like to speak about endorphins release when they are released. Endorphins are released when doing exercises, feeling excited, falling in love, laughing, and even eating chocolate. Professor Lee Berg from Loma Linda University says that people who are told to watch their funny favorite video have about 30% more endorphins in their blood than people who are told to read magazines. Oxytocin, another type of hormone, is released when trusting people, when hugging people, laughing, listening to music, and trusting. Paul Zak, a scientist from Claremont Graduate University, has called it a moral molecule and a social glue that keeps society together, because oxytocin develops trust in people. And according to a study, to an experiment, if a person trusts someone and in return gets trustful relationship, both of them will have oxytocin released in their blood, in their bodies. Now I'd like to move to my second main point, which is to explain the release process. Hopefully you can see this picture. This is the anatomy of human brain, and I will explain the release process looking at this picture. Endorphins are neurotransmitters, and neurotransmitters are the chemicals that pass signals along one neuron to another. And there are different types of endorphins, and one of the main types is called beta endorphin. Now I'd like to show how beta endorphins are released. Beta endorphins are released in the pituitary gland. You can see pituitary gland is this small blue area. Also, they are released in the hypothalamic neurons, and hypothalamus is this orange area. Hypothalamus is a portion of the brain with a number of very important functions, and pituitary gland is a type of endocrine gland. After being released in pituitary gland and hypothalamus, endorphins move down to the spinal cord and then released into blood. This picture shows the process of oxytocin release. Oxytocins are released in the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is this red part of our brain, and under the hypothalamus pituitary glands are situated, and pituitary glands, as I have already told, are a type of endocrine glands. Being released in the hypothalamus, oxytocin moves down to the pituitary gland, and from the pituitary gland it's released into other parts of human body through the bloodstream. The more excited and active cells are, the better oxytocin is released. However, some portion of oxytocin can also stay within the brain and affect the receptors that control feelings and emotions of people. Oxytocin is also synthesized in some other parts of the body, like ovaries and testes. So today I have spoken about two types of hormones of happiness, endorphin and oxytocin. Hopefully this speech is informative and it's very useful for you. My aim was to make you familiar with these two hormones and make you and encourage you to facilitate their release in your bodies through doing these things and these things. To close my presentation, I'd like to say that we cannot buy happiness, but we can release happiness within our bodies. So make your happy hormones a self-prescribed medication. Thank you.